Hey, it's Wednesday out here. And you vibing with Shay and
Natural Beauty.
Oh, okay. She had to wake up for a second. Okay. She had to think about who she was just for 2 seconds. In the flesh. You already know. It's 12 o'clock on a good Wednesday. The weather looking good. We got a good looking little visitor with us. Say hey, Joelle. Okay, y'all. She's only one, so she's she's not.
Oh, she's ready. She's ready.
Oh, okay. There you go. Say hey.
Say hey.
Say hey.
Okay.
She trying to fill out that mic, y'all. She looked at the mic and she like, it feels kind of funny. It's kind of fluffy. I don't really know what's going on. But shout out to the working moms. That's how we do it. There she goes, mommy. Hey. I love when the babies can talk, y'all. How many of y'all out there got the talking babies? Y'all know. When my baby came out, he was talking at 5 months. The first thing he said was milk.
That's hard.
Milk. He may have been younger than that. I put that video on YouTube. Hey. All right. Hey, you want some milk too? All right, we got you. We got the juice in the back. You feel me? Y'all, what is it looking like on the news today? Because if any of y'all are on TikTok, I have been too tickled. These tariffs that Trump is putting out, that's China is facing this 245% Trump tariff. That sounds ridiculous. I don't even know. I'm not all into the tariffs. I don't exactly know how it works. I know it's a percentage on, the trade products and everything, but 245%, I don't know. That sounds outrageous. And guess who's outraged? China. They say, oh, y'all want to play? Y'all want to play? That's fine. Everybody on TikTok, let me out everybody. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all the high-end Chanel purses, all of that, baby, they out in all of them. Wow. They letting everybody know this is the factory. We're getting them made right here. They only putting that. You trying to leave me? She trying to leave me. Oh, my baby gone. Yeah, my baby gone. Joelle. Okay. The baby gone. She done left me and fell and looking at me and everything. Y'all, China ain't playing. They put it right out on TikTok. All the sites where you can get the purses.
So it's an authentic one?
Yes. And
I haven't seen it.
Look, TikTok. Look, I told y'all TikTok is the place to be. Tell them, Joelle. Tell them, Joelle. TikTok is the place to be. When you want to know all the news, when you want to know all the what's happenings, it's just going to randomly pop up on your feed. Because when that thing go viral, it just be popping up everywhere. And when I tell y'all, they going live and everything selling these bags. Y'all can go get y'all Louis Vuitton bag, y'all Chanel purse, y'all Gucci bag and all that about $35. I swear to God.
And it's real.
Oh God.
Oh, let me go.
Y'all know
I have to make my afterpay.
Yeah, the gig is up. They putting it all out. They saying y'all buying thousands and thousands of dollars, spending thousands and thousands of dollars for these bags that are literally being $15. Tell them, Joelle. It's outrageous, ain't it? It's ridiculous. I'm mad too. Well, look, actually, I'm not, because I'm not the type to go buy those expensive bags. I'm not a bag girl. I'm gonna get that same bag and I'm gonna wear that thing on out until it's time to switch and match another outfit, and then I'm gonna wear that one out, and then I like a little small bag. I don't do the bags, but to the girlies that's addicted to these bags, you better go on that TikTok shop at this point. Look, I'm going to copy and paste at some point when I go live. I might copy and paste it somewhere on my page, at the end of the day or something. But on TikTok, they listed all the websites you can go to get the bags, as well as they are live on TikTok at the factories showing you the bags and selling them to you right there. They said, screw America and your 245% tariffs. We're going to sell it to y'all straight hand, Forget the middleman. I like it that way.
So got you. So now I'm following. So the middleman is the business. So China saying, I'm charging the people what it costs to make it. So what it costs to make is about $40. But when you send to the Louis Vuitton store, Louis Vuitton taking on a whole other $1,000.
Oh yeah, they tagging on a lot of thousands of dollars.
Exactly.
But that's how it work with wholesale. You know, you buy stuff for the low, buy
Right.
thousands of quantities, and then you up, you know, you put your markup on it.
Yeah.
But what they saying is, you know, they're saying, oh, this is made in Italy. Oh, this is made in such and such. When China is saying, baby, this was made and produced right here in China. It was sent over there to Italy to put this tag on here. Therefore, something was done in Italy or wherever they saying is made in. And so they'll say, oh, produced in Italy. Oh, from Italy, made from Italy. China letting y'all know, stop thinking they cheap. People don't be want to you know, shop wholesale from China. Y'all be at Fashion Nova, don't y'all?
So,
Guess where that stuff come from? China.
Everything come from China.
Yeah, and
everything comes
it's
from
all
China.
about the manufacturer. You sift out your manufacturer just like any other business. You can find a good one everywhere, anywhere. I've had manufacturers in China and in Turkey and in the US. So I mean, manufacturers are good everywhere, and China is fed up. They said they're tired of being known for having the cheap stuff or whatever, and all these bags y'all wearing on y'all shoulders clearly came from over there in China. And while y'all paying these thousands of dollars, they in that factory making it for about 15 for this big old production. And then you go in that Gucci store and your hotel paying $2,500 for a purse, which I think is ridiculous anyways, but I've always been a middleman person. I already know the game. I sell swimwear, so it's no way I'm finna buy a whole full price from your store, you know, unless I'm trying to support, or obviously this is convenient for me right now. I don't have time to be trying to order from Alibaba. Don't put it out there, Alibaba or whatever.
Open? They still open? Because
Yeah,
I talk about them in
wholesale.
forever.
That's what people are doing, some wholesales. You know, all these China Connect sites, is a lot of them. All you gotta do is do your research, Google, and you can buy straight from the main person. And your downfall is gonna be you have to wait an extra week. You know, it won't come as quick as Amazon. All right, you get on Amazon, your thing gonna come in 2 days. You order from the Chinese websites, you might have to wait a week or two. Okay, so that's the only difference. So, hey, I'm putting y'all on game after this break. I'm gonna let y'all know where to chime in at, you know. And we got a question of the day coming up. You know, what is the question of the day after this break? You know, because we always need y'all to go and sit and marinate on that.
Right.
Natural Beauty, man.
Wait. What's the question of the day?
Oh my gosh. The question of the day, y'all. It have to do with.
Oh, I got you.
All right,
I got you.
she got it.
I'm logged in. Y'all,
She told
I was
back
in
in.
my mom. I'm logged in. So why, when couples in the beginning of the relationship, everything is great, everything is peachy and clean, but when you start to produce children and expand the family, then you guys start to grow apart.
I'm laughing at JoJo.
Oh,
It's funny in the
so why in the beginning of the relationship is peaches and clean? It's basically it's honeymoon stage. What am I call it? Honeymoon stages. Why is it so good? Your honeymoon stage lasts so long until when the kids come, you guys start to grow apart, or you guys start to do things different, or start to argue more, separate, or whatever, however you want to.
Yes. What is it about these kids that's breaking up y'all relationship? Everything was good and great in the beginning. As soon as the kid come, everybody mad and split up. Why? We want to know. Marinate on that, y'all. Think about that. Call in to 404-594-4001 when we come back. Marinate on that, y'all. Come tell us your thoughts. When she know there are stones. Like Michael Jackson got a dark-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson. Hey. DJ Sensei better have me in here jamming. Got a light-skinned friend, look like Michael Jackson.
All right, shout out to DJ Sensei.
You got a dark-skinned friend,
mix.
look like Michael Jackson.
No,
I
don't.
Shout out to Kanye with the Michael Jackson looking at friend. Question of the day. Why, man? Why? Why, when people be in that relationship with no kids at first, having the time of their lives, acting like they want to be together forever, just acting like they want to be together forever, and then as soon as the baby comes, all hell breaks loose. What is the problem? Why was it good a second ago, and as soon as the baby come, everybody mad? You want child support? I want all your money. You ain't seeing the baby, and then, you know, back and forth on the internet, be talking about each other. What's up with that, y'all? what is up with that? I am blessed to have never experienced that. I don't do drama in my relationship, so. But what's up with that, man? I know you know some people like that too.
Hey, I'm one of them. What you mean?
Well, not really. Not well, I guess. So what was it with you?
Yeah.
What's your experience then?
I think it's a lot of past trauma. Is the first thing I think. Oh, she said you went out. I think it's a lot of past trauma. I think it's a lot of growth. The expectations of what the mom expect and what the dad expect as parents. I think that should have been talked about in the beginning. I also think that it's like the person really shows you who they are like once the situation gets serious. Because even like before the parenting style, like even when you guys living separate and then y'all move in together, it still becomes friction in it too, even before the kids. So I feel like when you actually live with somebody and you with them every day, day in and day out, you get to know that real person. You don't get to know the 8 o'clock in the morning person. Then you don't see them again at 10 o'clock at night. Then you don't see them again until next Tuesday. So I think it's you know you kind of get to know your person, your individual person, and that person kind of can't mask it the whole time when y'all live together, but they can mask it when you're only seeing them 2 times a week. Mm-hmm. But anyways, back to the parenting part of it, I also think it has a lot to do with postpartum and not knowing how to ask for help. Do I think postpartum is real? Yes. Do I think it's not? Some part of it is not real. Yes, I do think that as well. But to each his own. But also, I feel like when depending on what number of baby you're on and how close you're having those kids, I think that takes a toll on the relationship as well, because according to human anatomy, it takes about 3 years to get back to your usual self after having a child. So if you got 2 under 2, 3 under 2, 5 under 2, whatever, you need time to kind of get back to who you are. You know,
definitely
get used to your body changes, get used to your mood swings, get used to your husband not being available for you because he got the baby, or vice versa. So I think the both parties don't understand their significant role in being a parent. That's my take on it.
Absolutely. Definitely like, and then the crazy part about that is like, dang, you don't really know the role of a parent until it kind of comes. You just in that, and I'm in the thick of it. But I haven't experienced that. Well, that's because I had my baby. I guess once I was married and we was already in by 18 years, 18 years and everything. But like, you know how like most old school people don't agree with the moving in together before the marriage and all of that. And I know you was mentioning that it's still friction even during that time
before the baby.
Yeah. But do you think it would be? I wonder what what the ratio is with the people that's actually already living together for a while and then having a baby, as opposed to the couples that aren't even living together and then they have the baby and try to come together. My mom would think, well, if you're living together already, then you should be learning each other and getting used to each other. And I know that still don't show what would happen when a baby comes, because you yourself don't even know how you're going to act when the baby comes. But is it the foundation that's simply not even there? Is it the mindset that I'm not even in it for the long run? Or is it that why couldn't it make the couple grow stronger? Like obviously some couples, like obviously it's supposed to be, you know. So the couples that do that and make it, amen, shout out to y'all. So what is up with the couples that can't? Is it emotional? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it the foundation? Like you were never, were you putting on a facade the whole time?
Well, I wouldn't say that part of the foundation. I say kind of like what I said at the beginning. I feel like it's childhood traumas. We did not sit down and communicate. Like when we first started dating, it's so fun. You know, it's so fun. Yeah. I got me a girl, you a guy. We're gonna go on all the trips. We're gonna dress alike. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're not even talking about, usually we're not even talking about the parenting style. We're talking about, hey, when I take trips, I want you to wear this, I want you to wear that, I want to go here, I want to go there for my birthday, blah blah blah. So I think the foundation of, hey, when we become parents, if we're not already parents, but also I feel like when you're a parent to a child in the same household, it's different when you got a dad that's outside of the household and you're a parent. But in this instance, we're talking about in the same household. So we didn't sit down and talk about, hey, you know, when we become parents, I don't want to spank the children. or we don't talk about, I don't want them to I don't want them to spend the night at other folks' house without us being present, stuff like that. So I think once it's happening, you're in the thick of being pregnant, the morning sickness, the eating, the fatigue, I'm tired, I want you, I don't want you. So you're not even talking about what your boundaries are, with this child. Like, how do you feel we should raise this child to the best of our ability? I feel like it's that, and I also feel like the foundation from your individual lives. Okay, I saw my mom beat my brothers and sisters to death. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm saying I saw my parents abuse my brothers and sisters, and then you might have not seen that in your relationship. So now I feel like I should spank my child, and you feel like we don't. So I feel like it's
the parenting style.
Yeah, the parenting style be different, or is it, hey, my daughter can date at 16. No, she ain't dating until she's 25.
Right.
So I feel like all those things should be talked about, in the process of prepping for a child.
Definitely.
So I think that's what happens. A lot of couples skip that part, and because they having so much fun with the relationship, you skip the part of parenting style, planning, and then the ones that have planned, sometimes it go right and sometimes it don't, because of the three I have, two of mine are planned, but one of them didn't work out as well. But I just think and also the maturity, the maturity of the maturity of the individual. You also still grow while you having this child.
Right.
So I feel like, okay, can my child be up at the market? At the mall by themselves at 10? No.
Right.
But you might be like, oh, it's a boy, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, we not. Like, he's 10.
And then most people don't even get to that stage. Soon as the baby born, it'd be 5 months later. They'd be mad and broke up. I'm like, golly, y'all ain't even get that. What y'all fuss about? How y'all gonna change the diaper first? Who gonna babysit first? But yeah, absolutely. Like, definitely, I think that parenting style conversation is definitely needed. Mm-hmm. And but the more you're in it, I think the more you can grow through it and come up with those ideas and those plans and those drawing those lines together or whatnot. Especially, it depends on the child too.
Right.
Like you might just have that idea, then you have one child that's super responsible, and then another child that's super irresponsible.
Correct.
So it's definitely go on the individuality of the child as well too. But man, get it together. The foundation, man. What is it with the mood swings changing? So the people that actually grow. Okay. that it agreed. What did we say? A confirmation. A confirmation chime in. But yeah, the foundation and the conversation. So I want to know. I wish we could have some callers in. Y'all gonna have to chime in.
Yeah. What do y'all think? What do y'all think
on our social medias? But what the foundation? Absolutely.
Can you add on Instagram? I don't know if you can add on Instagram. Can you add on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay. So, I almost ended the live. So, since we can't call in, I can add y'all to my live so you guys can chime in since you can't call in. So if you have a statement, a question, whatever.
This whole time.
You was not. Oh my God. Y'all, we've been talking for like 10 minutes and she wasn't even live. So Shakoya is live on Instagram and I'm live on my Facebook. So if you want to chime in and you have some feedback on, the topic, again, the topic is, why do couples break up after expanding the family? That's the basic. But of course, we dissected some more in our conversation.
Oh.
But if you guys have, some dialogue, if you want to like typing it, request to be added to my my live, and then you guys can chime in from there.
Yeah, that's Natural Beauty. NTRL.
No, that one is Tika Watkins because that's on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, she be having so many. Shout out to the people just chiming in, man. Let me tell you, I've been quote unquote live for about 20 minutes, and then I wasn't live. I didn't push the button. The whole time I thought I was live. Shout out to Cognac Jack. Hey, Cognac Jack, man. Question of the day. Let me see if you know something. Let me see if we get a little man, little man advice on this. What's up with the relationships that be going all good in the beginning? Everything is all great and good. Everyone is all good. Y'all may have been dating for a few years or whatnot. May have even been living together. Soon as the baby come, all hell breaks loose. 5 months later, find out your homeboy broke up, him and the girl going through drama. She trying to keep the baby from him. He may not be in the baby life or whatnot, vice versa. Why? Why is it after everything is all good, then the baby come? The baby ain't supposed to mess it up. The baby's supposed to be the blessing to the relationship. The baby's supposed to bring love and peace and harmony and growth, and you guys learn and grow together, right? So that's a question of the day. You cannot call in. Our phone line is down for the day, but we would love you to chime in, Since you chimed in on live, go and chime in on this conversation. For real, because we have some questions about this. But I know in my aspect, like I said again, I was married, so I guess it was different for me.
Yeah, I was too.
But so I guess it's not so different, huh?
Yeah, it's not.
If you're married or not.
Married or not, it's not. Planned or
Married
not.
or
Like I said, my child was planned, and I was married. So
okay.
Yeah. So
it doesn't matter. So like in my opinion, yes, having a child was it was a big
adjustment.
We'll say adjustment. I was about to say disruption. I don't want to say that word. I mean, it does put a halt on all your life and everything you're doing, but I don't want to say disruption, but it was an adjustment. And the sleepless nights, man, was like the worst thing. So, but for us, what helped us out is the I don't know. I thought I heard a name for it before, but I just call it the split parenting style. So, like, if it's my night, you sleeping with the baby, you getting up in the night, you doing all that stuff, I'm resting. Tomorrow, your night. Mm-hmm. And then we flipping and flopping like that. Because when both of y'all are together and both of y'all have the baby and the baby is crying and keeping both of y'all up, both of y'all aggravated, both of y'all tired, the next day, it's like, it needs to be some balance. At least one of us needs to be rejuvenated and have some energy and have some good vibes. And then the other one, maybe you can be a little tired, a little grouchy, and then it's like a rotation. Having that schedule is
that's a good idea. I didn't even think about that though. That's a good idea.
Having that schedule. And I just keep trying to find the word for whatever, parenting, because we need to, obviously, now you're going to need your own bedroom. You're going to need to go in that room over there, and I'm going to need to go in this room. So we're going to need to not sleep together for a while because you sleep with the kid, take turns. But like the split parenting styles and have a schedule, that helps a lot. I know that's one of my biggest advice.
That's cool. I actually saw that with, hiring a nanny. People was like, well, hire a nanny, they call it a night nanny. Hire a night nanny. So when you both are asleep, the nanny is the one that get up with the baby at night. But I guess my whole thing is, I wasn't really brought up on having a stranger in my house. And I'm going to say stranger,
that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, they talk about it at nighttime.
Right. I don't even want to sleep, because like I'm sleeping, I'm not sleep. I'm not resting because I'm kind of like, I'm ready. When I hear a certain sound, I'm about to jump up and, find out what's going on. Now, if it had been to a situation where the grandma can come at night and get the baby or keep the baby, if you're in a situation like that, or a sister or a cousin or a brother, somebody that yeah, but I have read and saw, even on TikTok, that's in this current day and age, that people have night nannies but they only have it for like, I think like 6 weeks or something like that. It's not a long time. It's only for like 6 weeks. I guess till the baby get maybe on a sleep schedule.
Hey.
And so I was thinking about that, but I'm like, like what are all the what ifs? Like, what if this person don't show up, or what if something happens, or what if this person is sick and can't come, or the person is sick and still showing up, now my baby's sick, you know what I mean? You bringing all that journey. So it's just like, I'd rather it be
too much to worry about.
I'd rather, we just gonna, I should have thought of that though, what you said, because I didn't even think about that. Like, hey, you go in the guest bedroom, get some sleep, and I'll stay right here with the baby, because that does make sense. Like, when you think about it, that makes sense. Like, let my husband rest so he can, get the baby in the morning, until he go back to work, and vice versa, until we can get on a different schedule where, we're on maternity leave longer than the man usually. So he's the one probably need to take the first shift so that way he can, start getting his sleep and get back in the routine. But that makes sense. I didn't even think about that.
Right.
I never even seen it like on Facebook or TikTok, or how when you looking up parent advice and stuff like that. That never came up. Not willingly. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I know I do. I have heard some moms be like, "Oh well, you're gonna keep the baby tonight. I'm going to sleep." But like willingly coming up with a schedule like that,
right.
so that we both can be. Have our night.
So you gotta know how to twerk it. You gotta know how to use your feminine energy. When you are up and you are high on that vibration, you feel me? If you know you're a night person or whatever, and more than likely, I'm probably gonna be up through the night. I'm probably gonna go and keep the baby through the night. So through the morning time, while you sleep or whatever, vice versa, you gotta put in your feminine energy. Babe, I know you're tired, you can go on downstairs and get some sleep. I'm going to stay with the baby for a few hours, just go and get some rest. And then your mind, when your head wake up, I'm going to free throw her tail on over there to you later, okay? I'm going to free throw this baby right on over there to you later,
Yeah.
You got to know how to twerk that little feminine energy.
That too, but then you also think about, remember how I was saying how sometimes in the relationship too, the relationship get lost in, building a schedule around the baby.
Yeah.
So I think women, and I'm going to say me, because I've experienced that twice, you're so busy building a schedule around the baby and the prior kids, then you're not even thinking about yourself.
Right.
You're not even thinking about, oh, dang, I did want to go with baby to lunch today. I kind of wanted to spend some time with him. When the baby go to sleep tonight, I thought we was going to play cards, play Uno or something. But dang, I done told him this is night to, go ahead and go to sleep. So he's going to sleep, So it's just like, I also think you got to be aware of what's going on, even in the planning of getting a routine for the baby and the children and all that. You have to still be in the know and
make time for yourself.
Your time for yourself and as a couple. I did see they had we did it. I forgot what's the actual term, but it's like a baby moon. That's what it's called, baby moon.
Okay.
So instead of a honeymoon, you do a baby moon. So it's
and bring the baby.
No.
Oh.
You're still pregnant with the baby, and you and the husband go out and have a good time. Like, this is y'all baby moon. Like, before the baby comes. This y'all last time doing a thing together, whether it's big, small, or whatever, but you're going for like a weekend, and you guys kind of pamper each other. It's all about you.
Cute.
Yeah, and I did find that on TikTok, and we did do that with this child. We did a baby moon, and it was great, because like I said, you do lose you and, the couple part of it, the relationship once the baby comes, because it's like, we got to make sure the baby okay. We got to make sure the baby okay. We got to make sure the other kids not left out. So then now, where's the time for you and him?
Yeah, you always got to make that time. Cognac Jack said, honestly, I think it depends on the couple. Having a baby is a big adjustment. Postpartum is real, and sometimes as fellas don't understand that, and it can cause massive change in a relationship. And that's absolutely true, because I'm not even going to lie. I'm pretty positive, because honestly, that's when I went through my whole spiritual awakening not too long after my kid. But I don't even think I knew I was in postpartum.
You don't know. You don't
like
know.
I didn't know. I was just, it wasn't, it like everything that was wrong with me wasn't all because of the baby. So I just simply thought I was depressed because of a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think postpartum I've had a friend that called it out before, like after the fact. Like, yeah, I noticed, I think I noticed you were postpartum. I'm like, I was? I am? Like, I didn't even know. Like, girl, I just thought it was sad about something else. Like, what? I didn't even know. Like, I know my lifestyle had changed, and like, it just came to a halt. Like, all the stuff. I'm talking about, I was hanging out, like, I was doing fashion weeks pregnant. I did a fashion show 3 days after I gave birth, bro.
Did
3 days after I gave birth, yeah. That fashion show, I don't remember who it was, but Lil Mama was the host. I got a picture with her, my cheeks still all fat and swollen and stuff. Girl, my butt started hurting. I was like, baby, I got to go home. I was like, Jesus Christ. But I was like, still trying to live life. Like, I was doing everything until it just came to a point where it was like, man, golly, I cannot do what I was doing no more. And it just changed me from a rock star lifestyle to, girl, I'm home tired. Shoot, I'm a mom, baby. I'm tired. I got to see what we eat for dinner today and all this and that. Like, all my money was going to the kid. It was like, you doing what? Buying a section, baby? No, ma'am. You're buying some clothes and you're buying some food and some groceries and stuff. Like, so yeah, I mean, everything did change. But I love the people that can grow together in this, like, the people that are already so in love with each other, and then they have the baby, and it's like,
More
oh,
love.
look at my wife. Oh, I'm gonna go rub her back and massage her feet. Then the baby come. They all just being love together and junk what's up with that? That's what I want. I want everybody to be. I don't know what's up with the couples that be. Y'all be ready to squabble up after that baby come. Tell them, Joel. Joel turned around like, and
Somebody said pre-planning is important. Well, not somebody. Charles said pre-planning is important.
Yeah, pre-planning is important. But like
And
you
allowing
said, some
yourself
people
grace,
plan,
too.
like you said,
Mhm.
like you plan and it still
Yeah.
didn't go right. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
you gotta, I
man.
feel like we as human beings gotta allow people grace and not think that they're perfect, as well as them thinking that you're perfect. So I think that once we learn how to give somebody grace, like, hey, I showed you how to do this. Don't expect me to change right in that moment. Give me grace, give me time. Maybe you gotta
Right.
remind me one more time. Maybe you gotta, give me some motivation. But give people grace in across the board, whether it's relationship, jobs, kids. And I know it's hard because you preach it to the choir, but baby,
Baby.
woo,
You all better get it together. Look, I want to take a break so we can listen
Yeah.
to some grooves by DJ Sensei. Hey, y'all,
We'll be
shout
right
out to
back.
DJ Sensei. Go follow him at
5 minutes.
DJ Sensei and then underscore. Vibe out with us, young. Now they want to cut up.
20 seconds.
This advice.
Huh?
For the last 15 advice.
Advice? You said any advice?
For
Hold
the
on, I can
last
hear this so loud.
Ten.
You said any-
advice about this situation.
Oh, okay.
We just spoke on a little advice. I only had one piece of advice. we back, y'all.
Light
Wednesday,
full flags on the
Wednesday.
calendar.
Pulse 101.333 Baby with shade.
And
Natural beauty. Special guest with us today.
Lil
Baby
Joe.
Joel. JoJo in the house. Say ah. Say hey. Say hi. Joel said, girl, gone. But we do have a special guest in the house. Hey! Okay. She like to talk to me, once I am out of her face, and then she.
It'd be a little
then
delay.
she-
It'd be a little delay. Now
Yeah.
she's my sister.
I
Naya.
know, right?
Naya.
Question, man.
Okay, so wait, before we move forward, I do have a comment that I would like to read from my feed.
Yeah.
So Brittany said, grasping and understanding is foundation. Okay, well, where did she get it? Okay, there we go. She said, grasping and understanding is foundation. There is no textbooks of parenting because things change every day. That's having a growth mindset. That's why having a growth mindset is required. I think we spoke about that. Like,
Right. Having a growth mindset, and then like the couple is supposed to want to grow together. That's why it takes me back to like, y'all really don't want to be together for real, huh? Y'all really don't want to grow through this for real.
Mm-hmm.
The people. So what's y'all advice on the lines? What's y'all advice? I know we got some advice from Cognac Jack. Cognac Jack say you have to come to the understanding with the person. Try to understand what it is that they are going through and adjust as best as you can. Otherwise, it may go left. So understanding the advice when having a child in a relationship, try to understand each other, try to give each other grace, try to know that this is maybe something new or may not be something new, maybe something you starting over, whatever, but having a baby is refreshing every time. You finna start over every time. So give each other some grace, understand each other, and try to communicate through that. That's Cognac Jack's advice. My advice I gave earlier, set a schedule, have a part-time, make sure you give you all each other some time to rest and have alone time, because alone time is essential. That's what's going to keep you grounded, keep you, balanced in your right mind. Because when you're around kids all day and screaming and taking care of stuff, it's just, you get caught up, you get stuck there, you get, you don't get to breathe. So it's definitely essential to give each other space to breathe and have time apart. And then it's that makes it more refreshing when you come together too. Like, all right, I've been away from you for like 3 hours now. People that be missing each other. Look now, that's a long time. I'm ready to go and put them kids down and come together. So refreshing time is not only good for the person and themselves, but it's good for the couple in the relationship as well.
Mustard.
Joelle, hey, Joelle got some advice. Have
Joelle
fun.
said mustard.
Joelle said have fun. Turn up. In your relationship, just because you have a kid don't mean you stop having fun. Look, you, your spouse, and the kid. Y'all go jump around, play some music, have a party. It's a dance party. Gracie's Corner be jamming. I don't know what y'all are missing out. Y'all put on some Gracie's Corner. Put something on that the kid can bop to. Put some kids bop. Hey,
I think it's a want to. My opinion, it's a want to in the couple's mind state. So if you have a gentleman or a husband, that understands that my wife need a break, my wife need time, my wife needs space alone with myself, I think you both be just fine. You guys should be able to navigate the new baby, well. But if you're operating in a relationship where if he's selfish and you selfish and you have to tell him everything that you need and or he don't have any consideration for you, her, she don't have any consideration for you, I don't think it's gonna work. That's what kind of breaks up the relationship every time, because it feel like it makes the person feel like, dang, I've been here with baby all day, you ain't even called to check on me to see how we was doing. You hadn't sent no flowers. You hadn't sent no edible arrangements. Yeah, you at work, but
I love my edible arrangements.
Right, something. You just even a text like, hey, I was just thinking about y'all. Y'all okay? Y'all straight? I'm gonna come home for a second. To love on y'all, and I'll be right back out. And then vice versa. When he get home, he been at work all day. He did all those things. He called you. He made sure y'all had food. When he come in, you give him that warm hug. Don't just hand him the baby. Hey, your turn to baby. No, you give him a second to breathe. And then, hey, let me know when you're ready, for the baby. Because, I know I need a little break. But here we go. So,
and make it exciting. We used to have a dance party. We used to have a dance party when my husband came home. Me and the baby, we'll be in front of the door and do a little dance. Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Make that man feel excited to come home to you and the kids and want to be there and want to help out and all of that,
Yeah, and not just throw the babies on them. Even though I know you're frustrated, you're irritated. You're not irritated with him or you're not irritated with the baby. You just been running around trying to guess why somebody crying, trying to guess why somebody, dang, why they got a runny diaper? What I fed them or what I do. So. Your mind is going 100 miles per hour on top of trying to make sure you got something planned for him when he gets home, trying to make sure the other kids get. So it's like, you both, I feel like you both need to consider each other and make sure, again, you give each other grace on, the relationship, raising the kids and all that.
And shout out to the people that's like just organized and well scheduled, because for someone that's well organized and is good at having things in order, that's probably no big deal for them at all. That's probably no big deal for them to have things situated by the time the husband come home, or your baby daddy, your boyfriend, whatever. It's probably no big deal to have things laid out. Some people are just be so good with that, and on top of that, like staying in order, like being on a schedule. I say that because I'm not a schedule type of person. I am not, like some people are good, like my baby eat at this time, he definitely take a nap at this time, he's going to bed at this. Baby, the way we be free balling over there, baby, shout out to the people that have a schedule, because that's really what it takes. Someone that's organized.
I don't call mine a schedule.
Well, like a good plan.
Because I'm like you. I free ball. Like, even though.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm not every day at 9 o'clock. Well, every day at 7 o'clock the baby eat. Every day at, no. Now we might have every other day. So I call that a plan. I'm good at planning it, but as far as scheduling it, no, we don't eat at 5 o'clock every day. We don't eat at 7 o'clock every day.
And I know I've learned that from working in the daycare when I was in the daycare with my baby, and like everything is routine. I guess what I'm trying to say, like a good routine. and it's all about routine. You have to get the baby on a schedule, a routine, and do this thing. Like, I am not good with that, period. But someone who's naturally good at that, it's probably already natural for them to have a routine for their kid at home. Like, oh yeah, by the time hubby comes home or whatever, the baby is already fed and laid down for a nap or something. Like, they can be like on top of it. I am not good with that.
So I wonder. So do you think that routine and scheduling is the same thing? Because I feel like I have a routine. I feel like we do the same thing every day, but I feel like we're not on schedule with it.
Well, no. Well, I guess it is different, but maybe you don't have to. Maybe school is more scheduled. Maybe I'll mention that because I guess school is more scheduled. But no, I think a routine is good as long as you do like. Like if your kid knows when he come home from school, he knows the first thing I'm gonna do is my homework, and then I'm gonna eat, and then I might get on.
So that's a routine.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
Scheduling is more like prompt time.
Yeah, and I guess I mentioned that because I was saying like, if hubby comes home by this time, so but if you can put those two together, girl, you're gonna be a super beast. You're a whole boss manager. She's the perfect person. You know what I'm saying? Like that sounds like the most responsible and just well put together person.
Right.
I'm a little scattered, but I do get things done. I do get it done.
I'm not scheduled at all. Like,
and routine for me
is
not.
Yeah.
Routine for me is not. Look, I want to say it's not good. I know routine should be good for anything, but for me personally, like me as Shakoya, as a Sagittarius, as a life path number 5, as in I'm a free person. I don't like doing the same thing. It makes me a little bored instantly. Like I have to do something different. So maybe even if I have a routine, like within that routine, it might get flipped around. Like, if the routine is, like I said, okay, come home, do your homework, eat, get on Roblox. All right, well, screw it. Today, go and get on Roblox first for a little bit. And then we're going to go and eat, and then we're going to do the homework. We're going to reverse that thing today. Like, it's going to be the same things going on, but it's not going to be in the same alignment. Or, like, I don't know. I'm not good with routine. I don't know if that's good or bad. But, like, I'm a free spirit. I like to just go with the flow, but obviously it's times when I need to plan, like events and stuff, like obviously that need to be together, that need to be on point, but
Brittany said they are the same. A routine is a repetitive schedule.
Yes.
But I still feel like a schedule is still
with time.
With putting a time stamp on it, like at 7:00. From 7 to 9, they're doing breakfast.
But normally, it's probably just gonna fall that way because if the routine is like for that example that I use, come home from school, like, well, he always do that at 3 or 2, whatever. It's always gonna like fall on a schedule pretty much.
Well, I was thinking more like routine, as in no matter what time we come home, the first thing we do is da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what time you come home. That's why I was like, schedule. I feel like schedule is a little different because schedule is I need to make sure you're home every day at 7:00. And so
probably through the week it might be more scheduled with school and us having kids, But through the weekend, ain't no telling what's going on, baby. We like some minions running around.
Baby, everybody for themselves. That's my favorite line for the weekend. Every man for themselves. That's eating, sleeping, cooking, cleaning. Every man for themselves on the weekend. Give me 2 days to not parent. Saturday and Sunday. I'm sorry, Friday night, Saturday. I don't parent. Sunday, we back on it because we got to make sure Monday we're right.
Oh man, what about parenting immediately as soon as you wake up? Or as soon as you get waking up. You get waking up with someone talking in my ear like, what is going on? I'm gonna want some pancakes. I'm like, golly, please, can I even stretch? I don't even let out a stretch, a yawn, get straight out the bed, get the parenting right away. Yeah, man.
But I guess that's where that, like you said, that mom day, dad day, that kind of comes into play too, because if I'm sleeping with the baby, that means that
your morning is gonna be interrupted now.
Right. Right. Or it could be vice versa. Like I'm sleeping with the baby and you had an all night to sleep. So when you get up, you can already come and get, little man, or little mama. Like you come and get little man and little mama making pancakes. Then we sleep in because you just slept in.
Or do it Or hey, like I said, kick in that feminine energy. Oh, I know y'all had a night. Y'all know y'all been sleeping. I made some breakfast for y'all when y'all woke up.
Right.
I already had that breakfast ready.
Right.
Gone girls. That's wifey material right there. I like that. Advice. Hey, I hope y'all was chiming in,
We missed
on
somebody.
all of the advice.
Oh.
On all of the advice, on how to keep that relationship together when the baby comes.
Keep it spicy.
Keep it spicy.
Yeah.
Keep it loving. Keep it fun. And keep the communication there. Keep your intentions in order.
Pure.
Keep your intentions pure.
Yeah.
Because you came for fun and mess around with a bun in the oven, you weren't going to never do right in the first place.
Right.
So, yeah. Shout out to the people that chimed in with their advice,
Right. Shout out to all my viewers that chimed in and chimed off and left their comments.
Next week we're gonna be back on with the phone lines. Like we ain't never down too long, Topic of the week next week. Put it on in the comments, y'all. What you wanna hear about from Shay and Natural Beauty? What you fuss about? Go on, tell them. What we want to hear, Joelle. Joelle says she want to hear about the best baby foods y'all have because
Baby Joelle eat no baby food. Joelle eat human
bull.
food. Who she eat big girl food. She don't eat no baby food. She eating collard green cornbread and cabbage right now.
Oh, okay.
You smell that diaper?
Okay, that's what she was over there fussing about. Okay, I told y'all it was about some food. Look at that intuition.
Right.
That female intuition be crazy.
So Brittany said, my advice: do what best suits you and yours. Trial and error is okay. That is fine. Just find what works for y'all. I agree. I can agree with that. That's some good advice.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Trial and error, find what works for y'all. And like you said, keep the foundation full of love, fun, and communication.
Woo.
Love, fun, communication, and do what's best for y'all. Work it out, couples.
Work
it out.
All you gotta do is work it out. Where are affirmations at?
Affirmations. Hey, y'all gotta remember they're not in front of me. So say it loud, say it proud with me. I am bold and courageous.
I am bold and courageous.
I am the leader of my life.
I am the leader of my life.
I am divinely guided and protected.
I am divinely guided and protected.
Everybody say amen.
Hey.
Until next time, y'all.
Until next
Tune in 12 to 1 on a Wisdom Wednesday. Vibing with Shay and
Natural Beauty in the
Ow,
flesh.
ow.
We out. We love y'all.